So the first one we're greeted with is a 2016 Ferrari LaFerrari. Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing and to another video where today, well, as you can see from the title, it is going to be a really cool bit of information which we're going to share with you today. But as some of you may be aware, you might not be aware, but sort of my family, they buy and sell historic and classic cars. They have done my whole life, Duncan Hamilton Rothko. So I've been around some of the best cars in the world, seen them come and go, honestly some unbelievable ones. So I take a massive interest in it, and because of the topic of this video, I am a massive F1 fan as well. I watch it all of the time, raced all around the world myself, as you are well. I'm not going to blabber on about that, but I love it. So I take a massive interest in that. And before on my channel, I have featured like footballers and their supercars and what they're buying and stuff like that. And I know a lot of you guys love football, so you know we like to see what footballers etc. are driving. We're going to talk about a certain individual, Sebastian Vettel, and some of his supercars, which has just come out today. The information has come from Tom Hartley Jr. And he always has incredible cars, and basically he is selling Sebastian Vettel's some of his supercars and, well, insane hypercars as well. And I'm going to share with you the cars that are for sale because I thought a lot of you guys might be interested. Let's get started and share some of the supercars that Sebastian Vettel is selling from his collection. Like I say, they have amazing stuff there. And the cars that Sebastian Vettel is selling, obviously he's just left Ferrari. He is heading to Aston Martin Racing, which is formerly Racing Point Formula One team, Force India. And here are some of these to be able to share with you, some of our latest arrivals, all coming from a collection of four-time Formula One World Champion Sebastian Vettel. All of these cars are located, registered and taxes paid in Switzerland. And yeah, have a look at some of these. So the first one we're greeted with is a 2016 Ferrari LaFerrari. A very late production example and only 490 kilometers from new, benefits from single ownership, wonder who that is, and huge list of optional extras. Well, LaFerrari, insane, absolutely awesome. I've driven one and it's just such an amazing car, honestly. And these in England are currently 2.1 million. That's one of the ones that I found, which is an English car. There are quite a few Ferraris in here. The second one is an amazing Ferrari Enzo. And as it says, arguably the finest example offered for sale anywhere, with only 1,790 kilometers from new, benefits from a fantastic service history and Ferrari Red Book Classique certification. An Enzo is amazing, and I remember when I took delivery of a friend of mine's car and I saw one in person. I've seen a fair few in person, and they really are absolutely incredible. I think one of those, when you see them up close and personal, oh, that was it. I did a McDonald's drive-through in one of these, which is absolutely crazy. But it's just really cool, first of all, to see a laugh in Sebastian Vettel's collection, and then an Enzo as well. Obviously the Ferrari collection, racing Ferrari for ages, but I know that he's a massive and passionate guy about, you know, supercars and classic cars and things like that, which is really cool. The third car, which I love them, and a friend of mine actually owns one, and I've spent a lot of time in one of these, and that is a Ferrari F50, a 1996 Ferrari F50. And my friend's car was silver, and we got the chance to drive that around, and it was just amazing. And this car has done 6,940 kilometers from new. Obviously I don't know the kilometers that these had before they were in his ownership, etc. Some of them none. A picture I'll overlay now of Sebastian Vettel leaving a Formula One race, and he was in his 488 Pista. And I've seen a picture of this before, and it honestly is truly insane. The satin finish on his 488 Pista is something extremely cool. So a laugh, an Enzo, and an F50. I think that's just that in itself is crazy. So those are the first sort of three Ferraris in his collection. Then we come to a car which I personally, the sound, the looks, everything. Ferrari F12 TDF, and the sound of these are insane, and being sort of over 500,000, I think they still are, and these were fetching crazy figures at one point, and they are just absolutely incredible. And this car is in yellow, which I think is such a cool colour for the car with the silver wheels. So yeah, insane. I mean, the fact of these Ferraris he's got is truly amazing, and we don't know the reasons why he's selling them, and that's none of our business. But the fact is that, you know, Tom Hartley Jr. is selling them. Move on, and he does say about the F12 TDF, very rare, a very special spec, single owner example, and with just over 3,000 kilometers from new. And then we go on to the 458 Speciale, and I think, wow. The spec he's got on this is just goals. All of these cars are goals. This is a very special spec, as Tom says. Single owner example with just over 3,000 kilometers on the clock. So a few of them they all have low kilometers on the clock. So obviously he's a busy guy in general, Sebastian Vettel, traveling the world and everything else, racing and winning the Formula 1 4 times through. So he probably doesn't have time just to be driving these insane hypercars and supercars and classics that he has. I don't even know if these are all the cars. These might just be a tiny proportion of the cars, but, well, mad. Anyway, we move on. So that is the Ferraris. He's got a Ferrari LaFerrari, a Ferrari Enzo, a Ferrari F50, a Ferrari 458 Speciale. Move on, because he also is selling a 2009 Mercedes-Benz SL65 AMG Black Series. Oh, this is one of my favorite cars. It honestly looks that flipping good, and look at it. Just look at it sat there. Oh, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say look at it sat there, because this car is a single owner example with only 2,800 kilometers from new. I just think the looks of them, I think that especially will always just look amazing, the Black Series. And then we move on. So we move on to a 2010 Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Gullwing. I didn't expect Sebastian Vettel to have an SLS. I don't know why, but really cool surprise to see some of these cars which you might not have expected to be in his collection. 6,928 kilometers from new. So he actually has been using quite a few of these cars, as you can see, but that's such an amazing car, and I love the spec that he's got on that. It's classy, isn't it? It's silver with the silver wheels, and very nice. Very, 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 very nice indeed. Then we move on to something a little bit different, and that is the 2002 BMW Z8 Roadster, only 21,700 kilometers from new and presented in fantastic condition throughout. And yeah, the Z8, it's really cool, isn't it? I know a lot of people are BMW lovers on my channel, and they all really, really appreciate that. So that is the cars which are in Sebastian Vettel's collection, which he's selling. So, like I say, I don't know any more in terms of what other cars are in his collection, but all we know is that these are the ones that Tom Hartley Jr. is selling. And there was also a raffle, I believe, which was with Sebastian Vettel's diversity helmet, which was through Tom Hartley Jr. as well, which was raffled for charity for an amazing cause. So yeah, I know they do things together, and all these cars are for sale. I'm sure they'll be on his website shortly, and if you're interested, give Tom Hartley Jr. a ring. But from my side, the moment I saw this on Instagram, I thought, you know what, I'm going to share it with my audience on YouTube, because there might be a lot of you out there which are Formula 1 lovers, supercar, hypercar lovers, which just want to know a little bit more to people's collection. And this has given us an in-depth sort of what Sebastian Vettel has been driving, and now he's selling them. So there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed that in-depth sort of look at Sebastian Vettel's supercars, hypercars, which are now for sale. Because yeah, at the moment I saw it, I'm a massive Formula 1 fan. I love racing, and I really like the fact that he's obviously passionate about his cars, Sebastian Vettel, and these are, all of them, are just unbelievable, and goals. I think my personal favourite will be the LaFerrari. It always will be after driving one and getting a chance to drive one absolutely flat chat. They are, for me, they are my apps. They're the favourite. They're the favourite. They always will be. But cool to see the F50, the Enzo, the SLS, the Black Series, all of them. I keep a close eye to see which cars sell first, but they're all not going to hang around, are they? But let me know which is your favourite. Put it in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. And I'll leave the website to Tom Hartley Jr. so you can go and check them out and get in touch if any of them interest you. You're lucky enough to buy. I wish I could, but I can't quite. And the Formula 1 season starts very shortly, which is exciting as well. And we will watch to see how Sebastian Vettel gets on at Aston Martin this year. If you want my predictions, I think he's going to do well. This video, thumbs up, leave your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. See you all soon.